Hello YouTube, I'm the Toffman and welcome back to some more Halfstack with myself, the Toffman. Welcome back guys. So it's nearly night time. I can't believe I've started this at this point. I did a little bit of work in between episodes on the map, the local map this is. I've expanded it by one. I've got a couple more there to do just these two bits. But you can see that's the mountains, the big tall mountains there. All these red bits are lava. And then over here we've got one of them tree biomes, really colourful trees, and I'm not quite sure what we've got over here. You know what, let me go to sleep really quickly and I'll be right back. Right, I'm inside and I thought to myself, whilst I'm here, let me have a look and see what this looks like. I don't want to do the ceiling as oak. I don't want everything you know, being the same sort of wood colour. So what's that going to look like in here when we have this, and this obviously this will be going all the way around the house and not just in here. I think that's a tall enough. I think that's a tall enough roof right there. I think it doesn't look too hemmed in. We're not too crammed. We might need little bits and bobs just to be able to tart this place up, but that is not what we're concentrating on today. Let's have a look then. We've got a couple of things to do, and that is that bit of this particular map over here, and that's going to be our localized map area. You can see our wonderful house in the middle and our few farms that we've got, along with the chicken coop along the side of the building there, which is fantastic. Yeah, we've got the tree farm up there, which I need a better way of getting trees. The only problem is that's the only way until way later on in the game when you get gunpowder and all sorts of different stuff that is useful for that sort of thing. But we don't have that at this moment in time. So there is that. I'm going to grab myself, actually, this map here so I can tell where I am on this particular... Can I see? Yes, I can see where I am in this map. And we're going to get these other two maps up and running. Now, I can't actually extend... I don't think I can extend this map. Let me check really quickly here. I don't think I can extend this map when it's empty. No, that's right. I can. I've got to actually open the map first, then come back, then extend it. You know what? I'm not going to come back and extend it at all. I'm going to take this thing with me. That would be the best option. There must be some way to get these bushes. There must be some way to get those bushes. Is there a recipe in here for a bush? No. Is there anything that we can do with... There it is. Apple fruit sapling. Ready your shovels. And it won't let me... There's no recipe to craft it. Unless there's something in here that I'm just missing. Which it doesn't seem to be the case. Apple fruit sapling. How on earth do we get one? Is it like a rare drop from one of these things? Because, like I said, it never seems to drop it. And there must be some way of getting these. I want one of these near my house and I can't figure out how to do it. Right, we're nearly on the edge of this thing here, so we just need to scoot this way a little bit. And I think that this is the extent of the new map. So if we open this map now, yep, that's definitely the new map. Okay, so... Oh, you know what? I didn't bring any extra paper. I brought the cartography table with me and didn't bring any paper. Oh... Right, well, if this is the case, we might as well go diagonally in that direction. Just over there will be the new map place, or at least it should be. We'll soon find out here. Right, let's open that one. That one seems okay. Now I just need to go all the way back home and extend these maps out. I can't believe it. Brought the cartography table, forgot the paper. Oh, nice. Right, let's try this again then. Put the cartography table down, put some paper in, and we've got our second map. And we've got our third map, not second map. That's our first map, and that is our second map. Okay, brilliant. And that's the big one. That's the one that will show me absolutely everything. If you take a look in that top left-hand corner there, that is practically what our map is outside. You can see the extent of that, you know, forest, that really colourful-looking forest there. And the only thing is that our map outside does go a little bit more to the left-hand side, but not by much, to be honest. So I'm just going to go ahead and start filling out what's happened to that. What? Where's my map gone? Okay, that's one of the two maps now done. We can put, I think that one, we can definitely put back in there now. Yeah, that's wonderful. And then, of course, the one in our hand goes down here. Looking good. We've got one more to do, but I've got to sleep really quickly, and then we'll go out and do that one. And here we go with our second map now. Let's go and slap that on there. And then we've got a full map. For what reason did I do this map, guys? for absolutely no reason whatsoever, just so it looks good. That is literally all I did this for. You can see there's a ravine there. There is one just up there as well. There is a few Oh, I've missed a bit. A tiny little bit up there. That is not going to sit well with me. We'll have to get that sorted at some point. But there we go, guys. A nice little map outside. You come out and you see the surrounding area of the map and everything around there as well, which is great. However, we do need a to-do board. That is one thing that we definitely do need so that we can keep track of all the different projects that we've got going at the same time. So where are we going to put this to-do board? Well, I think probably just here will be a good idea, a good place to put this to-do board. Not only will this cow farm be moving anyway, but I think it would look quite well there, to be honest. And we'll do it the same way that we went and did this one. I did get some spruce. I went over there and got some spruce. So hopefully I've got some left to be able to create this. Yes, I do. That's good. Do I have any stairs left? I don't think I do. Of the spruce. I think I only created the one set. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we're just using normal oak fence for the moment. If I can find my fence, that is. I could swear I've left some left over, but apparently it doesn't seem that is actually the case. And we're all out of oak planks, so it seems. That's not good. It's not good. I'm going to have to cut a tree down. Did I use spruce or oak? I think I used oak. Alright, I've got some wood to make some fence, we've got some spruce planks, we've got some spruce stairs. That's exactly what we need for our to-do board. Is it going to be big enough? I think so. So we've got 2. I think it should be big enough for all of the jobs that we've got to do. I think there and there might be a good place to do it. And I think it's 3 long, like this. And then we sort of put that out there. Does that look a little bit out of place over here? No, it doesn't. That looks okay. We do need to get rid of that long grass there, though. And we need to put our second layer on. And then, of course, we need to put our stairs down to the bottom like that. And that is going to be our to-do board. We just need to put some signs on there with the stuff that we've got to do. And we will be ready. 6 signs, then. Is all we can fit on this board, actually, because that's just the way it's designed. We can only have we can't have any more than 6 jobs at once then, guys. So, the roof for the sugarcane farm is going to be the first thing. Again, we're going to have to get rid of that tall grass just so we can see what we're doing. So, roof for sugarcane. Whoops. Let's make it at least level, so that my LCD doesn't go crazy. So we've got the roof for the sugarcane. That is something that does need to be done. We've got the path over to where the portal is. That needs to be done. Path to the portal. That is there, ready and raring to go. The ceiling in the house needs changing up to be that birch wood that we've got going in the bedroom there. That needs to be done all the way around the house so it looks decent. That's another job to be done. One of the most important ones, I think, find a village. We really need to find a village because we need villagers. So we definitely need to find a village. Build a viewing platform. Now, what do I mean about that? Well, you see that dirt block that I've got there? Because our place is going to be expanding around this dirt block. That's going to be right in the centre there. And what I want to do is place a tower or something there that I can go up to and I can see everything that I've built up to this point from that one point over there. So definitely want to build a tower there. And of course, build a barn. And this is to house the cows that we've got there. The cow farm will probably be somewhere underneath the barn. The barn will just be for sure. We'll have all of the actual farms underneath the barn, but the barn will be where we get everything from, so everything will be fed into chests, so that it'll be easier for us to get there as well. So there we go. That is our 6 jobs for this moment in time. You will also note, and the astute of you will have noticed this by now, that there is actually these little sticks with torches around. I know that there is lanterns, but do you require glowstone for these things? No, it appears not. It appears you just need iron nuggets around a torch, which is interesting, actually. Let me go to sleep really quickly and let's start making some of these lanterns. I want to see what they look around around the garden. Alright, so I've taken all the torches off the top of the fences there. Let's go ahead and craft some of these. I've never crafted these before. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 was all we needed. I'll do 5 just in case. But, whoops. It's not what I wanted to do. That was my amazing clicking skills right there. So we've got 5 lanterns. Now, I do believe that you can stick these, like, on the wall. Can you not stick them on the wall? I thought you could stick them on the wall. Can you stick them on fences? What on earth? Do you just... Can you hang these? Is that literally all you can do with these things? Is hang them. Let's have a look. I haven't really got any full blocks here. Let me try in the bedroom, because I have got some there. Right, I can definitely hang these, which is nice, I suppose. But can we place them on the floor? Yes, we can. Okay, so that means we must be able to place them on top of the on top of these things as well. We just can't place them on the sides there. Does that look good? I think that looks better than a torch. I will say, I think that definitely looks better than a torch. So let's get these going around the place and looking pretty decent. Actually, they look pretty nice. I like them. I like them a lot. And eventually, what we could do actually is create like a lamp post sort of thing. So it goes up 3 blocks and sort of hangs over the path. In fact, let me try that out. Okay, so we've got like a makeshift lamppost here because I've got a path going that way and a path going that way. It seemed like a nice place to put one. So if we put these like this, is that going to look any good? No, not really. It looks a bit strange. It looks too much on this top there. If we could take one of those planks off there, it wouldn't look too bad. But I don't like the look of that, I will say. You see, that doesn't look any good either. I think we'll just stick with how we had it, which is that 1 block and then one of them. I think that looks pretty cute. I think that looks pretty good, and I'll go with that. The first job I think we're going to tackle off this to-do list is to get the ceiling in the house done. I think that's one of the easiest things to do. So why don't we go ahead and get the birch planks going all the way around the house in this form, in this fashion. We might be able to... We're going to have to get up there anyway to be able to light the place up because, of course, things are going to start to spawn in there because it's dark. So we will definitely want to be able to do that. So I think we're going to have... Yeah, I think that doesn't look too bad, actually. That doesn't look too bad. It's going to look a bit strange here. This is going to look very strange because it's going to look a little bit like that, and that's not going to look any good at all. We might just chop that out there as is and then put these in there like that. That doesn't look too bad, actually. And it's not going to change the look from the outside, of course, because we've got stairs on the other side, so that's not too bad, actually. Actually, this... whoa! I fell down there. I was not expecting that. It was not a bad space up there. It might be actually somewhat useful. Like, we can get up here. I mean, it's going to take some doing. But you can get up here. And this space might not be too bad just to deck out with something. I don't think we'll spend too much time up here, really, because it's not a big space. It's only a very small space. But it might be useful for something. And who knows, guys? We might deck this up. And make it into a little bit of an area here. Who knows? Now, the question I want to ask is, can you open? Yes, you can. Okay, beautiful. Because obviously I can't put a full block there because I won't be able to get into the chest, but I can put a half block on the bottom side and it will still open, which is good. That's what I wanted to test. Okay, the finishing touches to the ceiling. Just need to put that into there and voila! We are done and dusted with the ceiling now, which is great. It really finishes off the inside of the house. Well, I say finishes off. We've got a lot of details to do inside the house itself, but it does finish off that ugly ceiling from the inside. It looks great from the outside, doesn't look too great from the inside, and actually, that ceiling looks okay from the outside as well, looking in. So that's good. Job done. Alright, to address some of the comments that was actually made in my first 2 episodes have gone up now, and to address some of the comments, there's one person, and I'm sorry, I do forget the name of you. Hopefully that glass looks a lot better than what you was expecting it to. I think you was expecting me to do full blocks of glass, so hopefully that looks a lot better than it did. Also, is the mini coal mod in this? No. It doesn't seem that that is actually the case, and I don't think there's any other way of getting the mini coals. Also, in 1.14, campfires are a thing, and apparently you can cook things on the campfire. But the thing is, when it's cooked, it like pops off and flies everywhere. So, although we've got the mini smelter now, we've got the auto smelter now, this thing, so everything's going to be absolutely fine in terms of food and all that sort of jazz. It does help early game for the campfire. And unfortunately, I did miss that comment before I'd actually done the auto smelter. So, yeah, that is definitely something to think about. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, if you've got any comments or suggestions on something to build, then please do let me know in the comments section below, and I will endeavour to hopefully, you know, read all the comments. I do read all the comments. I don't always have the time to reply to all of them, but I certainly do read them all, and that's usually characterised by the fact that I've you know, put a love heart next to that, just to show that I have definitely read that comment. But I do apologise, guys, because sometimes I can't remember everything. I'm absolutely terrible at remembering things. So if I've read your comment and then don't do what it is that you've said, it's no reflection on you. It is definitely a reflection on this brain that's inside here, guys, because it just does not remember things at all. Okay, I think the next thing that we can do is try to work on this roof for the sugarcane here. And I do want sort of like a half-domed roof. I don't know whether or not it's going to look any good, but I do need quite a lot of glass for that. I don't know if I've got enough currently in my in here to be able to do this. And I don't think... Oh, no, I do have the sand. I do have the sand, but it just doesn't... It's not going to work in the blast furnace. I'm actually I'm going to have to smelt this normally, so let me get that in really quickly and get that into smelt. And I think we're going to work on getting that thing finished over there. Oh, one of you guys, I think, was saying in the comment section as well in one of the videos that we need to find a jungle, because bamboo will allow me to sort of like do this, but scaffold, you can use bamboo for scaffolding. But unfortunately, I haven't found a jungle yet. So when I do find a jungle, though, I will definitely be grabbing some of that stuff because that is something that I definitely do want to do, because having this as scaffolding just is looking terrible, and it's not the way to do it nowadays. Do you know what would be useful at this moment in time? Glass slabs. Just a half a glass block, so it doesn't actually get, you know, this massive step up that we get in here, but just a gradual sort of step up. That would be nice. So I'm trying this, but I know it's going to look like a pyramid, and that's the reason why I wanted just that gentle slope of glass going up, because this is just not going to look exactly how I wanted it to. Yes, I was right. We didn't have enough sand to be able to make enough glass to be able to do what I want to do. So we're back at the sand biome, at the desert, and getting some more sand. All right. So 2.5 stacks. That should be enough for now. Let's go back, get this cooked up, and hopefully get this sugarcane roof finished. So I've got somewhat of an idea, and I don't think it's going to look great. You know, doing circles in Minecraft is not the easiest thing in the world. I will say that much. But I'm going to give it a try. I'm not using anything like a guide or anything showing me how to do circles. This is going to be completely off my own back, so it's probably going to look pretty terrible. Whilst we're waiting for our sand to cook down into glass in those couple of furnaces we've got there, I'm just going to put this lot of raw beef into there to be able to cook down into some more steak, which is great. And I think we're going to work on another thing on the to-do board, which is to do the path to the portal. I think that's probably, now's the best time to do it whilst we're waiting. I'm toying with the idea, and I think I do want to do the path going down the side of this sugarcane farm, because I do actually want to keep this pond somewhat whole, if that makes sense here. So why don't we just clear a little bit out here and start work on getting this together. Okay, so the first phase is done, and that is to create space for the coarse dirt to go into, which is what I've done there. Now, this is how I tend to do it. I don't know how other people tend to do it, because I've never really seen people actually build these paths before. I know that they get built, but I don't know how they actually do this. So we're going to go ahead and get another stack worth of that. I'm going to keep the gravel on me because that is part of this as well. In fact, I should have kept some cobblestone on me so I can complete the path all at once. Nice. Okay, so in the gaps that we've already put go our coarse dirt. The reason why I use coarse dirt and not dirt is, of course, this doesn't change into grass. And that's a bit of a pain in the backside when you're trying to build a path and the bits are turning back into grass as you go in. So we've got the start of a very loose start of a path. Now I go through, this is how I do it, I go through and I figure out where I'm going to put the gravel. So I'll look at where gravel has already gone, and it's sort of once every few blocks. It's not massive, there's a little bit over here, but this is how I sort the gravel out. Okay, so not many pieces of gravel to go into this. The little amount, the better, I think. Just gives it that little bit of an edge when you're creating a path. And then, of course, the rest of it... oh, by the way, and something that I did want to put in here, I got... Whilst I was over in the tiger biome over there, I did get some mossy cobblestone. So I do need a lot more of this, but it might be that I actually changed some of these blocks out, the coarse dirt over here, or some of the blocks out for this mossy cobblestone. So why don't we do that right now? I'm going to do the cobblestone first, over in this direction. And then we'll start putting some actual mossy cobble in there as well, to see how it looks. Alright, so mossy cobblestone is going to be used quite sparingly on this path. But there it is. And it does give that little bit of extra texture there, which I'm quite nice. Which I'm quite nice, which I think is quite nice there. We do need a little bit, something extra over in this direction here. Let me get my blocks back. I haven't got any gravel, apparently. So I think some coarse dirt would definitely belong there, and we'll do a mossy cobblestone right there as well. And again, what we're going to do is sort of line the path and put grass pretty much everywhere, and that will finish it off for the moment. And of course some lanterns and all that sort of stuff. God damn it. I don't want tall grass right there. I just want small grass. There we go. That'll do. It's good practice to have small grass next to the path and sort of tall grass going away from the path. So it's not like you're not going through a bloody jungle. You know, you just... There we go. And it's sort of... When you do go down here, that is too much. That is way too much. We need... Jesus Christ almighty. What is wrong with you? Oh, right. That's better. Okay, it's good practice to have the tall grass away from the path, so it has that eye view next to it, so you can see where the path is, and you sort of got this. You'll have this bowl effect. You'll have the small flowers, you'll have the small plants, and then at the back you'll have the large ones that are sort of, and then you have trees and so on and so forth, and all that sort of stuff, and that just creates a nice little pathway. This is why I try not to have tall grass right next to the path, because it's just... It's literally a barrier, and you don't want that right next to a path. At least, I mean, for certain things you might want that next to a path, but for the majority of times you don't need that. So we've got the path going over towards the portal now. I just need to be able to sort this little bit out, but I'll do that at another stage. That is when I'm going to be actually sorting the portal itself out, and I'll be sorting that thing out. So I could change this now from path to portal to... spruce up portal area. I can change that for that, which is good. Right, okay, we should have enough glass now to be able to finish off this sugarcane roof. Now, that looks an absolute mess. That really does look like an absolute mess. It's not going to look any good from the inside either. Actually, it doesn't look too bad from the inside. You can see where the direction of which I'm going to try and step this up slightly. But from the outside, because it's glass, I don't think it's working quite nicely. Getting that overall... it's just not great, is it? I mean, if connected textures were on, it might look a little bit better, but that does not look great. I think we'll leave that as it is, though. It is technically done. It's not the best thing in the world, and it's certainly... Oh, that is absolutely awful. That really is quite terrible. We will revisit that at some stage, but I will call that done for the moment. My goodness. If we just chop that top off, it might not be too bad. Let me try that. Yeah, it doesn't look as bad as it did, but there's definitely some blocks that I can shave off to try and get the that dome effect, and I think I know exactly which ones to do. Let me try this. Okay, that looks a lot better. It does definitely look a lot better. There's the corner edges that I need to sort of shave off there, but that's what I've been doing up till this point, and it definitely looks a little bit better. Let me go to bed and then sort the rest out tomorrow morning. Ah, that looks a lot better. That definitely does look a lot better there. We've still got some sharp edges, but what I wanted to do was that flat shape, and then there's a dome over the top. You probably see that better from another angle. So from here, you can see where it looks good. But unfortunately, because it's glass and you can see through and you can see all the lines from the other side, it doesn't look that fantastic. Maybe it might be worth changing the top two, this bottom two layers out for something a bit more solid. Maybe, actually, that's not a bad idea. Let me give that a try, guys. Right, I've spent officially around about 3 Minecraft days building this goddamn thing, but I think we've got somewhere that looks a little bit better than it was. It might be worth changing out some of this fencing here to actual oak wood. Let me give this a try on one side. Again, I'm spending too much time on this, but don't forget, guys, this series is predominantly vanilla, so much of it is going to be building and such and so forth. So if we changed out this, for instance, and we put actual solid blocks worth of wood there, does that look better? I think it does, you know. All right, let's take a look at the finished product now. I am done with this for the moment. I may come back and revisit this later on, but it certainly looks a lot better than it did. It certainly looks a lot better than it did before, so I'm quite happy about that. Let me just try something really quickly. It might look really, really strange to you guys, and it probably will to me once I've finished this, but let me just try something. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. It doesn't look too bad, but we'll leave it as it is, and that will be the sugarcane farm done for the moment. I may revisit this a bit later on, but for now, that is done. I forgot that Quack did this, actually. All these glass shards here can actually be recombined into glass blocks. So let's go and do that, because that'll be a waste of glass otherwise. I'm really, really glad that Quack does that, because my goodness gracious me, the amount of time that we spent making these things. So there we go. Actually, very, very nice. Very, very nice. We got nearly 2 stacks of glass back from that, which is pretty awesome. It's finished for the moment, guys. I am done with the roof for the sugarcane farm. That's pretty much done. Let's go and check this out, because it is going to be the end of this episode now. I do hope that you guys are enjoying it so far, and I know it's slower paced than you're probably used to, especially on my channel with modded and stuff like that. If modded is something that you would rather see, please do let me know in the comment section, because of course this is you guys are the reason why I'm doing this. So there we go. We might need a little bit of slabbage just on there to sort of curve that up a little bit, so that yeah, so it's less flat around the edges there, but certainly looking a lot better than it did. And here we are, guys. This is what we've currently got. That I'm going to change, actually. I'm going to get some proper tree farms in there. That's going to be something to add to the to-do board. But here we go. This is our place, guys. It's looking good. I like it. Need some trees going out to that path to the portal there, but other than that, it's looking awesome. It is looking really good. For me, guys, it's looking really good. Until next time then, thank you very much for watching. I've been the Toff Man, and as always, stay safe.